What's going on, guys? In this video, I want to talk about why email marketing is especially important for small businesses. Now, a lot of times, small business owners will disqualify themselves from certain marketing or sales strategies, thinking that it's just not going to work. They might think that because they're a small business, they don't have a big list, that they're not going to generate very many sales from email marketing, so there's no point. And that could not be further from the truth. In fact, when it comes to how much money businesses make from their email list, it has a lot less to do with how many people are on the list and a lot more to do with how good of a job they're doing with their email marketing and then just what they're selling. So, one business that has higher end buyers, people who just are willing and want to spend more, and maybe they sell things at a higher average order value, they can generate way more money than another business where their customers don't like to spend a lot, they don't buy very often, and maybe they're selling cheap stuff. So it's all relative. But the big thing is that email marketing is so cost effective that it's honestly a disgrace not to be doing it. Because if you look at the stats, now obviously it doesn't really matter what these stats show, you should just focus on your business. But for the sake of convincing a business owner that is not doing email marketing, I want you to know the stats are the average ROI for email marketing is $42 for every $1 spent. So for every $1 you put into your email marketing, you would get $42 back. Now again, that's going to be lower for some businesses and way higher for some businesses. It's going to depend on your business. The point is that where else can you get that kind of return? What other type of marketing can you do that gets a return like that? Especially right now in Q4 of 2022. I'm not sure when you're watching this, but so that's one of the main reasons why every small business should be doing email marketing. But another thing is that because you don't have the budget of a bigger brand, you don't have the ability to do as much mass marketing. You have to rely more on getting repeat business from your existing customers than the bigger brands that can just churn through their email list. So a lot of times the bigger brands, the way they do email marketing sucks, and so smaller companies will copy them, and it's not the best approach to take, because a lot of times these bigger brands, they don't care about their email list. They're spending so much and they're adding so many people to their list at all times that they can just churn through that list, and they're basically just trying to squeeze as many sales as they can out of their list without any kind of regard of keeping people around long term, because they're just doing so much mass marketing that they are able to continue acquiring new customers and to reach more people. But small businesses have a limited budget, so they're looking at their customer acquisition cost versus the customer lifetime value, and those are important numbers for a small business owner. And whatever your customer acquisition cost is, that's going to determine your advertising budget. So you're limited into how many customers and new customers you can acquire, especially at a time like this where advertising costs are going up. And again, that's where you really need to be focused more on retaining and getting repeat purchases from your existing customers. And that's the whole purpose of email marketing. And then another reason why, small businesses should be focusing on email marketing is because, again, like I said, a lot of times business owners think, well, they keep delaying it and they keep putting it off because they think, well, I don't have a big list, so what's the point in even doing it? And the thing is that the results you get from your email marketing are going to compound over time. And so you might have a small list now, but the only way to get a bigger list is to start now and to focus on growing your email list and getting more customers. And the thing is that once you have that, it becomes one of the most valuable assets in your business. And the bigger your email list grows, the more you're going to wish you had started sooner because of how much it compounds on itself. And you don't want to get into a position where you're entering a tough economy and advertising costs are going through the roof, and you don't have this email list that you can rely on, because it's going to put you at a major disadvantage against your competitors. So for example, without revealing any, what's going on with anyone's business, I see behind the scenes of a lot of different businesses from the clients that we work with. And I can tell you that a lot of businesses are getting hammered right now with shipping costs going up. Their suppliers increasing the cost of goods that are required to make their products. Advertising costs are out of control. And so for our clients that are continuing to do well and are continuing to generate a ton of revenue even despite all of these problems going on, do you know where it's coming from? It's coming from their email marketing. So I can't even begin to tell you how many businesses I'm aware of where their competitors are struggling right now, and they're losing a lot of market share, and they're actually running at a loss right now because of how much money they're spending on their advertising, and they're not converting on the back end on those sales. So they're actually losing money, but they're doing this intentionally because they're just trying to hang on. Whereas the other businesses are able to reduce their advertising a little bit, and they're still making as much, if not making more revenue than they were prior, simply because they have a big email list that's been built up, but they also have an active email program where we've been doing email marketing. So it's not like all of a sudden we're just hammering their list with emails now out of nowhere. We've been doing email marketing, so we've had their list nurtured and ready for a time like this where their business needs to rely on email marketing more than it has in the past, and we've already set them up in a good position. So if you're a small business owner and you're not doing email marketing, and you're not in the position to hire us to do email marketing for you, then at least use the tutorials that I've got here on the Elevate and Scale channel to start doing email marketing yourself. So the first thing is you got to start, you got to have an offer to get people onto your list. You got to have a way to get people on your list. It's very simple. You know, if you're a business using Shopify, you can sign up with Klaviyo, or you can sign up with any of the email marketing providers. I'm not affiliated. You know, I don't push any kind of affiliate deal with them, but I definitely recommend them. I think they're the best. That's what we use. You can get started with a free account. The cost scales up as your list grows. So by the time your Klaviyo bill is actually, you know, a significant bill, you're at that point are making so much money from your email marketing, you don't mind paying the bill. So again, it's very, very cost effective. The main thing is just getting started. So getting those initial flows set up. I've got videos on my channel about sales process optimization. Look at that and get those automations set up, and then start to learn more about segmentation and start planning regular campaigns and sending those out on a regular basis. And the time is just going to keep on passing, going by quickly like it always does. And next thing you know, 6 months from now, a year from now, you've got this big email list built up, and you've got a very engaged list of customers. You're going to be glad you have that then, even if you don't have it now, because it will get to where it generates a significant portion of the revenue for your business. So for our clients, they're typically seeing 30 to 50% of their total sales generated from email marketing. So again, imagine having a sales channel that produces that much of your revenue and is that cost effective. It's way more cost effective than advertising or, you know, most of the top of funnel marketing that you're doing. So again, can't recommend it enough. I want to get this point across. There's a lot of business owners kind of sitting on the sidelines with email, and you're missing out if you're not doing email marketing. So that's really the whole point of this video, is that look, if for some reason you're disqualifying yourself or your business because of some excuses, like you don't think your list is big enough, or you can't come up with ideas of what emails to make, again, I've got videos on that. So just stop with the excuses and start doing email marketing, because as a small business owner, you need this more than the major brands who can get away with either not doing as much email marketing or just doing terrible email marketing because they have the budget to generate sales from other avenues. But right now it's getting tough for small businesses, and email marketing is going to be, like it always has been, the most reliable sales channel for the majority of small business owners. That's it. I've got plenty of resources on here. Nothing to try to sell you. Obviously, if you are interested in hiring us to do your email marketing, you can go to our website, elevateandscale.com, and book a call there. But otherwise, again, just please take advantage of all the free resources and get started on your email marketing. That's it. I'll see you in the next video.